Learning about learning. What is learning? Learning is defined as any relatively permanent change in behavior brought about by experience or practice. Now, we're going to look into one type of learning, operant conditioning. Operant conditioning is a kind of learning that applies to voluntary behavior. Voluntary behavior is expressed when people desire to get something they want or avoid something they don't want. It is what people and animals do to operate in the world. Operant conditioning is then defined as the learning of voluntary behavior through the effects of pleasant and unpleasant consequences to responses. Where did all of these start? Edward Thorndike was one of the first who researched on this concept. He placed a cat inside a box, wherein the only escape was to press a lever on the floor. Food was also placed outside the box to motivate the cat to get out. It was observed that the cat would try to escape the box by moving around and pushing the walls, and then, eventually, push the lever accidentally to get out. Food is then given to the cat upon escaping. After many trials, the cat took less time to push the lever. From this, Thorndike developed the law of effect, which states that if an action is followed by a pleasurable consequence, it will tend to be repeated, and vice versa. From there, it was B.F. Skinner who coined the term operant conditioning. It is important to know that operant conditioning depends on the consequence, or what happens after the response. Important concepts involved in operant conditioning are reinforcement and punishment. Reinforcement refers to any event or stimulus that, when following a response, increases the probability that the response will occur again. Positive reinforcement is the addition or experiencing of a pleasurable stimulus. Negative reinforcement, on the other hand, is the removal, escape, or avoidance of an unpleasant stimulus. Now, there are different kinds of reinforcers, primary and secondary. Primary reinforcers satisfy biological needs such as hunger, thirst, and touch, while secondary reinforcers gain reinforcing properties through previous association with primary reinforcers. Punishment, on the other hand, is any event or stimulus that, when following a response, decreases the probability that the response will occur again. Punishment by application is when something unpleasant is added to the situation. Punishment by removal is when something pleasurable is removed. It is important to note that for punishment to work, it must be immediate, consistent, and paired with reinforcement of the actual behavior desired. So that's it. We hope you learned a bit about learning.